Alrighty, welcome. I'm going to read Ezekiel chapter 8 because it gives light to what I thought in my heart about idols. He said further unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do, even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here? That I should go far off from my sanctuary, but turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then he said, Go in unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And then I digged in the wall, and behold, a door. And he said, Go in, and behold, the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed on the wall round about. And I think this is alluding to pictures as well as any carved object. God doesn't want this. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel. In the midst of them stood Jezaniah, son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and thick cloud of incense went up. Then said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? For they say, The Lord seeth us not, the Lord hath forsaken the earth. He said also unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Tammuz was involved with Nimrod and was the one that started Easter and Saturnalia and a whole lot of other false religions. They are also involved in the Tower of Babel. Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, thou shalt see greater abominations than these. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east, and they worshipped the sun toward the east. Tammuz and all of them worshipped the sun god, also known as Ra by Egyptian. Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing in the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose, and therefore I will also deal in fury. Mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with loud voice, yet will I not hear them. I was obviously led to this verse because we have put idols. Notice how a thing called selfies have taken off, and we have basically idolized our own bodies. Selfies are selfish and self-inflicted, and we shouldn't be doing them. But I think we have also created, these are not mine. I'm in a room that is not mine, but you can see that we've portrayed the same things that Ezekiel says. God doesn't want us to put pictures or anything, because as you see, I mean, in here, right here, form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. So in other words, there were pictures and sculptures and friezes and everything else. God doesn't want us to do this, and because of our idols, we also worship idols of sports. God tried to get rid of them during COVID, and they came right back because people demanded that they want to watch their sports teams. So God is at the end. The judgment is now here. The judgment of God, you can see it now. You can see Euphrates drying up. You can see the Mississippi drying up. You can see all these different things. And they're happening because the judgment of God is falling on this world. So there's a lot of bad going on. We need to wake up because because it's going to get very, very bad. The judgment of God is here. The day of the Lord is closing in on us. The day of judgment and wrath and all that is about to take on, because we are more wicked than Sodom and Gomorrah. We are more wicked than our past ancestors, and that's what it says in Ezekiel. So thank you for joining me. Just a light on what I think, but this is straight from the Bible. Bye.